day one was a day of anticipation, and I was not completely sure of what all we would cover here. And so the learning of not exactly day one, but the initial classes that we had, the learning of the IPA, what it meant, what the full form was, and then understanding that, and the monophthongs and the diphthongs, consonants, importance of sound in speaking English. That was very good and interesting. And then, of course, we moved on to the importance, I realized the importance of verbal practice and the written practice, because even in my journey of being a teacher for so many years, I realized that practice is very, very important. And you kept giving us those, that what you call the recap that we started every class with was really good and helpful. And also recognizing the symbols of representing speech sounds and things like that, all that was there. And finally, that as we end today, how we have learned the different activities and how to use it, and then to be able to read phonetically. So that has been the entire journey as such in a nutshell. This was like, when I see this picture now, it sort of gives me a thrill, understanding that, the old knowledge of the 26 letters of the alphabet and with the 5 vowel sounds, came to know that phonetically we have 44 alphabet, and out of that we have the vowel sounds, which are divided into the monophthongs and the diphthongs, and then the consonants. So learning these and understanding was challenging. It still is to some extent, but yes, it has been interesting and I've been quite curious. And now every time I say a word, I hear myself talking to myself aloud, trying to use the correct sound and the way of speaking. All these were the exercises that you did with us, and these have been helpful, and some things that I think I will look into when I or use when I conduct classes myself, similar ones, same ones, and how you explained, like in this first one, how you put up where the sound is at the beginning of the word or the middle of the word or at the end of the word. Interesting to know. We do a lot of things. We speak a lot unmindfully, but now doing it mindfully makes sense. And I think that is what is going to help me explain to my students. So these were some of the activities and work that we had done in the class, and some of it was for homework. The transcription ones I found challenging, but at the end of it, it was quite interesting. The last one that you had given on the last day, I just did it the other day, and I was quite thrilled with myself. This I took out from the PPT, the thing that you sent us on the mail. And this kind of practice is something that will be really helpful, again, with our students when we are communicating with our students and teaching them how to, the correct way of pronouncing the words. Here again, some of these, again, practice ones, which have been really good and useful. This, particularly this last one here, the id one. Like I said, I think in the class also I had mentioned that I knew that it is this kind of a sound, but how you categorize it, and especially like, you know, the words ending with a P and an S and an SH, that way. So that kind of identification will help students also to know when they need to pronounce it as a T and when they need to pronounce it as a D. Yeah, my future plans, I would like to work with children, and I want to make reading fun for them, with teaching them to read with the correct pronunciations, to be able to articulate and enunciate the words that they speak. Because very often we find students, you know, they tend to speak too fast and speak under their breath, so to say. And that does not carry their speech out very clearly. And so, yes, that is what I would. And the other thing that I am looking forward to do is to be able to train teachers who are teaching English in schools. My only challenge is that here, this place I stay, people will, they'll need a lot of convincing to allow me to do this, because, you know, they feel if they know some English, that's good enough.